let's discuss and let's actually sit down and let's talk about it. What problem do you have with Islam? What problem do you have with Christianity? What problem do you have with the Bible? Let's sit down and let's talk about it, but with conditions. And the first condition is that basic respect. Basic respect.
Let's answer the question once more. Listen.
Question says, from Fort Worth, Texas, what should our relationship with the Jews be in this day and age? It's a very long and detailed discussion. Before we can shed any light on the issue, we have to know that the Jews are of different types. So obviously, if there are different types, both religiously and ethnically, so on and so forth, then obviously, dealing with them is going to vary as well. The general principle in al-Islam of al-bara wal-wala.
Of al-bara wal-wala. Of al-bara wal-wala.
This was explained by Ibn Qayyim and many others, is to love and to hate for the sake of Allah, which is simply summed up as loving the Muslims and hating the non-Muslims.
It's not enough that you worship Allah, we have to also, in our heart, hate what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, please to Allah, and love what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hate what displeases to Allah, especially when living with this country that's non-Muslim.
Verily, we are free from you, and whatever you worship besides Allah, we have rejected you, and there has appeared between us and you hostility and hatred forever until you believe in Allah alone.
You understand, sister? The Islam is the tabarruq min shirk wa ahli, the people who do the shirk. Any questions?
To be good friend, give them all about our secret. Understand? You have to be fair with them. That is not allowed. Because wala is only to Muslim, not to the Kafir.
Of al-bara wal-wala.
Well, there's a disassociation we're going to have, a bara we're going to have from you, and a wala we're going to have to Islam and its people.
Of al-bara wal-wala. This was explained by Ibn Qayyim and many others, is to love and to hate for the sake of Allah, which is simply summed up as loving the Muslims and hating the non-Muslims.
Well, there's a disassociation we're going to have, a bara we're going to have from you, and a wala we're going to have to Islam and its people.
Being loyal to the Muslims and not being loyal to the non-Muslims.
Oh, خلاص, I won't talk.
Okay.
But why are you viewing everything as war?
Hatred, a lot of hatred.
I wouldn't say. I understand the
Look,
concept of wala al wal bara in Islam. I understand the hate for the sake of Allah and love for the sake of Allah. But I mean, like, if they not are attacking you like with violence and everything, why?
Something you didn't understand. As I said, peace treaty, or they pay jizya, or they become Muslim, or they fight.
He told us when ISIS captured Nineveh, they gave Christians 3 choices.
They are not allowed to open their churches, and even if they opened, they are going to burn the churches. And also the Christians being asked to pay the tax. If not, they can leave Nineveh, and if they didn't left and they didn't pay the tax, they should give their heads.
When you say give their heads, you're talking about being beheaded.
Yeah. Raise up prayers for us. This is what we need.
I wouldn't say. I understand the
said,
concept of wala al wal bara in Islam. I understand the hate for the sake of Allah and love for the sake of Allah.
I am not here to wish anyone a Merry Christmas, and I'm going to start with a statement. I hate Christmas! Guys, if you are Muslims, understand something called al-wala wal-bara. Understand there's no such thing as sugarcoating in Islam. Understand that as Muslims, we love and associate for the sake of Allah, and we hate and disassociate for the sake of Allah.
Of al-bara wal-wala.
In a DVD of a conference at Green Lane Mosque, a preacher called Sheikh Al-Jabali says Muslim children should be kept away from non-Muslims.
What is sad to see is that for many parents, they send their children to the kuffar school. They allow them to mix with the kuffar, so that the lifestyle and the beliefs of the kuffar become deep-rooted in the hearts of the kids.
Supporting the Muslims and not supporting shirk and kufr, etc. Regardless of the different types of shirk and kufr. Buddhist, Hindu, this, that, so on and so forth. It's going to vary from time to time, from person to person, place to place. If I have a neighbor who's a Jew, it's my neighbor, I have to look after him, his property. I can't lust off of his wife, disrespect his property, allow someone to do something bad. It's my neighbor, even if he's a Jew. He's trying to do me physical harm, cause me harm, I have the right to defend myself. The same applies to overseas. Look at history. When the Jews and the Muslims, they lived. Muslims ran this country, the Jews were the minority, whatever the case is. The moment there's oppression, the moment there is plunder and rape and murder, the moment I'm swindling you out of your property, your rights, your land, your honor, killing you, blowing you up, it's a whole different story. With regards to taking the disbelievers as friends and intimate companions, can a person keep a close relationship with his previous friends and colleagues before he accepted Islam from school, etc.? No and yes. No, they are not your friends, and they are not allowed to be treated as your friends. The yes part, you keep in relations with them to call them to Islam and to invite them to your way of life. You keep in relations with them, you may owe them something. They did a lot of things for you back in the day. Took care of you, looked after you. You pay back the basic good treatment. But them being your buddies and your friends, and they feel that this person is my close buddy, that's problematic. That can't be your close friends. You see them, you talk to them, hey, what's up? What's going on? All right, you bust it up. But someone being your close friend, entering your home, eating your food, you tell them secrets, they tell you secrets. You trust them, you rely upon them, things like this. That's only befitting of a pious Muslim. That's only befitting of a pious Muslim. So oftentimes it's a word game. We say friends or close friends, but it's nothing more than an associate. But it doesn't mean we see a non-Muslim from the days before you were Muslim that you have to spit in their face and curse them and doom them to the fire of hell. You speak to them, how you doing? You never know when a person may become a Muslim. You never know. Question come from the UK on supporting football matches, soccer matches, things like this. Buying their jerseys, going to games, etc. As far as buying the jersey, then some of the people of knowledge have given fatwa that you are not allowed to wear these jerseys upon which are the names of kuffar, and or upon which the names of sinful Muslims. So many ulama, some ulama, they've passed fatwa regarding this as impermissible. And it's a means of showing wala to them, loving them, imitating them, being soft towards them. Let alone what some of the jerseys may include of symbols and icons, regardless whether it's a symbol of religion or not, but it's a symbol and icon of other than Islam. I was going to visit a sheikh one day, and as I was crossing the street with a bunch of kids, they were laughing at me, and they were making fun of me from across the street, some Saudi kids. So I gave them salams, and I said, what are you guys laughing at? What's so funny? So they say, you look at your thobe. Where's the rest of your thobe? Why is your thobe so short? So I pointed to one of them on a soccer jersey. I said, you got a cross on your shirt. You have a crucifix. Are you a Christian? Alhamdulillah, astaghfirullah. I said, you laughing at me for implementing the sunnah? You're wearing a symbol of Christians who hate Muslims and hate everything about you, your life, your culture, your background, your lineage, and your country.
So they don't want peace with us. This is number one. Never fool yourself. Never fool yourself. They don't want peace with us.
Glaube ich, ein wichtiges Signal an Sie, dass der Islam, so wie der Bundespräsident Wulff es gesagt hat, zu uns in Deutschland inzwischen gehört.